What's up, everybody? It's Dell from the Dell Report, and we got some tidbits to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Boston Red Sox, what they got going on. They're currently a game out of first place, trailing those hated New York Yankees. And the Yankees are on quite the tear right now. Since A-Rod has been back, they have just been playing top-notch baseball. Mark Teixeira has been a man possessed of recent memory, and he's just putting in some work. I mean, the guy started off the season very weak, and he was getting booed, and he's not getting booed anymore. I mean, they are playing in a banjo box ballpark over there, but the guy's making it happen. And I saw his little skirmish he had the other day with Vicente Padilla, and that dates back to when he faced them in interleague play when he was on the Texas Rangers. He hit his first two at-bats against them, ended up in home runs, and Padilla, I guess, didn't take too kindly to it, so he threw at him twice last night in Yankee Stadium, and I saw some fire in Teixeira. You know, he's definitely a guy that wasn't going to take anything. I mean, obviously I hate him, he's a Yankee, but definitely they got a good deal there. Well, not a good deal, I mean, he cost a lot of money, but it's a good signing for the Yanks. As far as the Sox go, everybody knows what the big issue is. It's Big Papi. When is he going to hit the ball? Is he going to hit the ball? I love the big guy, always will. Great memories of him. Everybody here in Red Sox Nation is always going to love what he did here, but the fact of the matter is he doesn't have it anymore. His mechanics are off, can't even catch up to an 88-mile-per-hour fastball. He's exerting too much force into his bat speed, and that's the problem. If you throw him a break-in pitch or anything that's even out of the zone, he has to check his swing at everything because he has to overcommit because his mechanics are way off right now. And he just looks lost at the plate. I mean, he's constantly putting in 0 for 4 days with 2 Ks, and they just don't look good. I feel for the big guy, I really do. When he hit his home run, I think everybody here in Red Sox Nation was expressing some jubilant feelings, but right now it's just, what is this guy doing? I mean, I know a lot of people call it WEEI, and they're calling for like Lars Anderson and some guys from the minors, and I realize that isn't the answer. But an answer needs to be addressed shortly because he's not hitting the ball at all. And it doesn't matter where he's batting in the lineup. If you're going to bat 180, it's just not going to get the job done. It's an automatic out every time. I definitely don't want to see them deal any of their young arms because, I mean, they're precious to the team. But one name that maybe could be dealt just because he's only going to be a one-year rental anyway, and he's starting to come around, so it looks like he could attract some value, is Brad Penny. Now, I know you may say, well, why would you just get rid of him? You only had him for a half season. Well, again, he's only going to be here for 1 year. I like Penny. I like what he's doing. He started a little slow, but he's starting to settle into a groove. People are seeing that his velocity is still at 95, 96 miles per hour, which is definitely catching eyes around the league. If you could maybe package him and bring in, I'm not even looking for anybody too dangerous. I'm just looking for maybe another DH. Like, I mean, you talk, this guy's a stud, but how about Adrian Gonzalez? I mean, he's pretty dangerous, but obviously if you could get him, they would probably want a lot more than Brad Penny, but he's obviously the biggest name you could probably get with what he's doing this year. But not even so much that. You could maybe settle for a defensive shortstop. If you want to go back to Orlando Cabrera, he was here back in 04. I know his name's come up. You have another former Red Sox, Alex Gonzalez, which I think a lot of people forgot about what he did here. He was a tremendous defensive player in the field. He batted about 270, but for what his glove is worth, 270 is plenty high enough for that guy to be batting in this lineup. A couple other names were Adam Dunn, big lefty. Again, I would think a penny for Dunn. They'd maybe want a few more guys, but the guys I don't want to send anywhere are Clay Buchholz, Michael Bowden, certainly Daniel Bard. I'm sure he won't be in any talks anyway. He looks like he'll be the next big thing out of the bullpen. But Buchholz, Bowden, you don't want to touch any of these young arms. Yeah, Manny Del Carmen, definitely. You know, you got a lot of guys in there that you don't want to see go anywhere, and they're certainly. I mean, you have Manny Del Carmen right now, who is just he's lights out and already a lights out bullpen. And why would you want to remove any pieces from it? I realize that Del Carmen may be going somewhere else after this year to settle for a closing job, but you know what? Let's wait and see until the year ends. I know the argument would be, well, you're just going to let him walk for nothing. Well, so what? So you're going to have to just get rid of him just to have someone come back and return in the middle of this year? I mean, it's all about winning championships in the present. Manny Del Carmen right now is one of their big pieces out of the bullpen. I don't think I would change anything with that. So basically what I'm saying is the one deal I would make would be Brad Penny for bringing in another hitter to help replace Ortiz's woes or help fill the void that's at the shortstop position. But other than that, I mean, the team, they're a game out. The Yankees are playing red hot. If the Yankees continue to play at this clip, then they're going to have the best record in the league. I'd like to think they'll come back down to earth, but again, they play in a small ballpark. They do have some big-time players. I mean, with all the money they spent, they should have some big-time players. I'm still not going to go singing their praises just yet, but they definitely have a good team. They're not, I mean, it's still so early in the season, it's hard to even look at the standings, but the Yankees look good right now. They're making some things happen, and it's all happened with A-Fraud coming back to the lineup. He's made things happen over there.